So why does paying yourself feel so messy or even wrong? Here's how to pay yourself the smart way without guilt, confusion, or leaving your finances in chaos. Welcome back to Money Moves for Women in Business. I'm Jackie Stewart and I help you to get calm, clear, and in control of your finances. Now, this episode is all about one thing: paying yourself with confidence. Because what's the point of running a business if you're the last one to always get paid? And that's even if you get paid, in which case I'll say you're running a hobby, not a business. So let's think about this. If you've ever left money in the business just in case, or spent without a plan and just hoped for the best, or felt guilty like moving money from your business to your personal account, you're not alone. Many women treat business income like it's not really theirs. They can have thousands of pounds sitting in their business current account, not even a savings account earning interest, But why? Why do they do this? Or they wait and pay everybody else, and whatever's left after their expenses, that's when they'll look to pay themselves. And they find other reasons to spend it. Like they spend more money on apps or on more courses that will never bring them a return on their investment. It's all right if it does, but if it's not bringing you a return on your investment, why are you spending it? Or maybe you're the type of woman where you hope that there's enough. You're just hoping, instead of creating a system like the one I mentioned in episode 1. But all of this can lead you to burnout. Not just burnout, resentment, because if you're not getting paid from your business, eventually you're going to start to resent that business, right? Or financial insecurity. Even if your business is profitable, if you're not getting anything out of it at the end, you're going to start to resent it, right? But what you want to do is pay yourself like you mean it. And here's the shift. You don't get paid last, but you do get paid on purpose. So think of your business like the company that it is, right? It's a company. Whether you're a sole trader or not, think of it like a company, and you are the most important employee. That means that you need to set a regular salary, whether you're paying yourself weekly or monthly. And I know most people in business or who have a limited company will probably do this because you do set up a PAY system. But I see a lot with sole traders who don't do this. You just take the money out when you want and when you can, because there actually is no penalties for you to do that. But I want you to start treating it like a business and paying yourself, like I said, depending on how it's set up, whether that's weekly or monthly, but whatever fits your business income. Even if you're just starting out, it's a good habit to develop. So you want to start small if you're just starting out, or wherever it needs to be. Even if you can only pay yourself £500 a month. Okay, it's better than nothing. But what you're doing is you're creating systems and changing yourself to positive money habits. So when you can start to take 5,000, 10,000 a month, you're already doing that. So you're already in the habit of doing that. So if you're self-employed, move that money into a separate personal account. I talk about separating your business and personal bank accounts, and this is another reason to do that. So it really feels like you're taking the money from your business, putting it into your personal account, and you're paying yourself just like you would if a job was doing it. Like I said, like a limited company. If you're a limited company, you should be setting up a pay-as-you-earn system with HMRC, PAYE, and paying yourself a regular wage. When you begin with these good habits, you automatically become the most important supplier or person in your business that needs to get paid. Your income also then becomes predictable, because then you're planning, right? You can budget and plan, and you stop relying on guesswork or having to make those emergency transfers from your personal account into your business account. And you're also making a conscious decision before buying something else, right? That you might not even need. Because you can go ahead and do that if you want to, but you must make sure that you have been paid first, right? Can you believe that there are people that will pay another member of staff, or should I say employ another member of staff who they now have to pay consistently before they, the owner, the director, even takes a wage themselves? Make it make sense, because I can't see where it makes sense. The key is knowing and accepting that you are the key person in your business, and it is absolutely right that you get paid first. And this will shift your mindset away from that guilty feeling that can happen to some women. You're not running a hobby, you are running a business that should pay you so that you can build wealth and start to build the life you want and positively impact the people that you really want to. But if you always leave yourself till last, you are subconsciously telling yourself that you are not the key person in the business. Everything else is, and that you can wait until everyone else is paid, including Canva, including Zoom, right, etc. They're all more important than you, right? Yeah, they're the directors of their companies. I'm sure they're taking their money out first, right? So all of these apps and all of these softwares, yes, they can help us with running our business, but until you get paid, you make sure you have the free versions of these apps, right? They will have to do. Boom. I said it. Yes. I'm so tired. I'm actually tired of seeing this, right? Where all these apps and software that have free versions, that is adequate, especially if you're starting out, I'm talking, okay? You pay them regularly, but you don't pay yourself. Something can't be right, because you're putting money into somebody else's pocket before you're paying yourself. You need to see yourself as that key person, right? You need to see yourself as the person that drives this business. Yeah, and you need to take action, right? Clearly, if you're not making enough to even pay yourself, then something else is happening, and you need to look at the sales that you're making. You need to look at your sales price. How are you not making a profit? Because yes, you do have to. So for example, you've got businesses that it's important that they pay their suppliers first because they can't actually produce what they sell if they don't. I'm not talking about that. And if that's the case, you need to make sure you've got enough margin to make sure that you're also getting paid, right? Otherwise your profit margin's not right. Okay, so please make the numbers make sense. Okay, so let's look at what we can do practically to make this work. So review your business income for the last 3 to 6 months. Yeah, so look back for the last 3 to 6 months, and what is the lowest consistent average? So have an average of those past 3 to 6 months, and what's the lowest, right? And that's somewhere where you can start. Start with that amount, right? So whatever it is, choose a fixed salary amount and make sure that you're transferring it monthly into your personal account. Set a date. It could be the first of the month. Treat it as payroll. Like, even if you're self-employed, it's a good habit to get into, right? And an optional thing that you can also do, depending on your margins and if you're starting out. But I'm saying if you're starting out, I know people who's been running their business for 10 years and they ain't doing this. So it's not even just about if you're starting out. But what you also need to do is leave 10% behind, right, on average for future growth or for your slower months. So the months where you may be waiting for your clients to pay you, the money hasn't come in, there's timing issues, or maybe you went on holiday for a couple of months and so you didn't make anything. You want to start to build that buffer, right? So you want to make sure that you're also putting 10% behind for future growth. And this is a habit. It's not a one-time event. But what you do is you adjust it as your business grows, right? And I know what some of you are thinking, but what about irregular income? Yeah, income might not be coming in consistently. And many women say that. My income changes all of the time. Yeah, I know, and I hear that. But here's the key. You need to create an income buffer. Like I'm saying, that 10%. You want to start having a holding pot, okay? So where your client's money comes in, you take your pay, okay? And then you pay everything else. And if it is irregular, then what you need to be doing is creating a cash flow system so that you make sure that buffer is there for those months where the income is inconsistent, right? So put systems in place that work for you. It's not about what works for everyone. Yes, there's some strategies and simple things, but the main thing is that you do it, you track it, that you do it, and then you put a system that you know works for you, that you can regularly do it, right? Stop riding that feast or famine roller coaster. You become your own steady paycheck, yeah? So remember, stop waiting for leftovers. Start paying yourself like you matter. Your business should support your life, not drain your personal finances. Okay? Thank you again, guys, for watching. But I want you to tell me, do you pay yourself regularly, or is it still ad hoc and unpredictable? Comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if this has really helped. Okay? Next time, I've got another video coming to you that you're really going to want to hear. So I'll see you soon.